Have you just gone through a breakup? Have you just gotten into an argument with your friend, family member? And then now you're just wondering like, yo, I'm gonna get back at this person. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind, right? And then you just left confused. You're just so agitated. You just wanna get back at him, right? Especially from a breakup. You just wanna tell him how you feel, right? Another reason, right? During the breakup, right? This is the season. Valentine's Day is coming up, right? You could just somebody just broke up with you, and you want to ask them why, and you did all you can do to make them happy, right? That's just a few of the reasons, right? Family, you don't have to do all that. I'm gonna tell you why. Your silence is the best revenge. Hmm. You ain't think about that, right? Yes. I was just telling a friend today that she was just going through a situation, right? But before I get into that, I'm gonna let you know who. This is your best friend, your new best friend, G. And again, I'm gonna repeat that again. I'm here to tell you, your silence is the best revenge. Stay tuned because you are about to get laced. All right. So let me continue. I was just talking to a friend today, and she was just showing me some texts. It was just so much of a toxic. Her, just put it like this, her ex. And I seen the texts too. There's a friend of mine. I did ask her questions. As me being a best friend, I'm very fair. But at the same time, I'm very realistic. So I had to get down, I'm a scientist, you know, subconsciously, not actual scientist, but I had to ask her, what did you did wrong for this guy to keep on coming to you? And then she said, Gene, my best friend, Gene, I don't do anything. Look at the texts. Look at the text. I said, you ain't delete anything. No. She said, I seen it from start to finish. And this guy was so much of a narcissist. Who was manipulating her. She was just asking me questions that, oh my God, did I do this? Did I say this? I'm like, this video is for you. Baby girl, this video is for you. All right? I'm telling you, we have people in our lives, right? They feel and believe that when they decide to leave you alone, they throw shade at you, right? And then after that, they just cut you off. That they're getting a higher power over you. They feel like they got you mentally, right? They can throw things at you. And you know what happened? When you decide to move with silence, right? And you just leave them alone and move on, what happened? They want to come back to your life. But again, right, before I get into it, I wrote 10 things you should know why silence is your best revenge, right? And I'm gonna get into it because I don't talk enough. I could go on and on and on, but let me get into it. Well, number one, silence speaks louder than words. I'm telling you, I use that all the time. And these times right now, I'm doing YouTube now. People, my views are not as much as it was how it was before. But now I'm getting these people that are just consistently trying to come at me, right? And these people that do know me, they see my videos and all of a sudden now they want to come around me. Here they go. They trying to ease their way, right? And to try and hit me up, right? What happened before? I did them. And the way I did that, I moved in silence. I ain't telling what I was getting into, but they felt like what? They were doing me a favor by distancing from me. I ain't doing anything wrong, right? Of course, nobody's perfect, but at the same time, I decided to distance myself, right? Because they felt like they were better than me. Now, I'm doing my thing. My business is actually progressing, right? And what happened? They want to come around because I moved in silence. That's number one. Number two, you'll confuse them. I'm telling you, people. I'm telling you. People in this world that we live in, they move in a way it just really confuses me myself. It's like they follow like the way that they get advice from Instagram. You know, nothing wrong with people that get on Instagram. I use Instagram for my business, but most people they'll do they'll follow the trends, right? Social media. No, let's take off Instagram. I'll take that back. Social media because Instagram is in it, but social media. They don't understand that social media is okay. It's true. You do have some good influencers that because I do follow some that will let you put you up on game. Let you know, hey, this is what to do. What because I'm actually an influencer myself, and some people someday I'll have hundreds of thousands or even millions of followers in the future. But there's some people that they'll follow what other people are doing. You don't even know what they're doing in their life, right? So what happened when you silence yourself, right? You distance yourself from those people, right? Because you're not doing what they're doing. That's why they're distancing yourself from. They'll get confused, like, oh my gosh, like you don't want to be around me. Like I thought I distanced myself from you, and I'm being silent now. Something you don't want to talk to me. Wow. Oh my gosh, I gotta get back to this. No, leave them in their misery. Let them go back to their life where they live in agadabra, things like think that they're famous, So they'll be confused, right? When you decide and continue on your journey, right? And do what you gotta do. Stay on your goal. Work on your goals and dreams. I'm telling you, you don't need no friends. They'll get confused and they'll be wondering why you're not on their feet, why you're not hitting them up. And they don't even deserve that. All right. So number 3. Oh, this is my favorite. I actually I looked this up. This is really dope. I actually took some time, and what silent does too, it empowers you. Yeah, it empowers. I really took some time, and it empowers you. So people will actually, you know, they have no choice but to just, you know, they have no choice to just, it empowers you, and I like that one. I like that. I can't really break this down, but empower, it empowers you. You move in silence, and can nobody really come at you? I mean, what can you say to a person that's just moving in silence? Don't even say anything to you. You just don't say anything. You just focus on you, and also to give you, it shows confidence too. So I like this one. So number 4, it will control the damage. I like that one. I like that one. It controls the damage. All right. Still, next, number 5. It will let you. You will walk away dignified. That's a good one right there. You'll walk away dignified. So, you know, when you walk away, you could just be, you just move in silence. You don't say anything. Like, for example, somebody trying to come at you, right? Somebody was trying to come to you and trying to say something to you. And like, for prime example, there was a guy, and I was somewhere. I'm not even going to break it down where I was. And I was talking to a young woman, right? Me and the young woman happen to be really good friends, right? Now, I'm not saying that like I'm a very friendly guy. I like to talk to people. I love people. A lot of people, especially men, right? Not too much to the positive guys that can relate to me, right? I'm talking about, there's some people, right? The minute that they see you talking to a female, right? They automatically think that you got something going on with her. They don't realize that it's an honest friendship. They don't understand that you could just be kicking it with her, and then you could be giving her some advice like I was doing. And what that person did, right? They see me talking to her and trying to throw shade. You should be working here. So that means you watching every move I'm making. You watching every move I'm making. How do you know if I'm here all the time? You watching me, right? Every time you come, you watching me. I can't talk to nobody now. And you know what I did? Like, oh yeah, I should, And what happened? I seen him the next day. What happened? I kept the silence, kept it moving. Hey, kept it moving. I ain't saying nothing to him. That's what people do. They like to throw shade. But you know what I did? I walked away. He had no choice but to just respect me. He had no choice. And the same thing, another thing too, that same person always stares at me. Every time I come around this person always stares at me. Why? Because I moved in silence. I ain't had to say nothing to him. I had nothing to say to him. Walk silence, don't say nothing, just smile and keep it moving. And that's what people do not understand, that when you move in silence, they think that because you're scared, they want an argument. But when you okay, yeah, you got it. You know my favorite. You know what my favorite line is? You right. No, you right. You right. You right. I'm not gonna argue with you. So yeah, you walk away dignified. All right. And the sixth, that's another one too. This right here is a good example for a person, right? And let me get into it, and then I can just break this down. Silence, right? It will make your ex come back. This is vice versa, men or female. You have to understand, when things, this is a time of season where people are breaking up. Valentine's Day is around the corner. You could miss a person that you were in a relationship with, or you could be married, but you got into a huge argument. And silence, is so powerful to the point the person will come back. Right? I want, it says ex, but let's say you were married and you and your spouse got into a big argument. It could be because somebody dropped the orange juice or something. I mean, you have to remember too, when you're in a relationship, you're together constantly. You married relationship, you guys together constantly. You guys are going to clash one way or another, right? When you're silent, you give each other time to just think. Okay? That's for if you're in a relationship. Now, if you gotten through a breakup, you have to understand, women, to my ladies, to my fellas, you got to understand, when things are in the heat of the moment right now, you could be in a situation where, what can I use? You could be in a situation where a big argument just happened, and then you guys been arguing and arguing. You just like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm done. And then one or the other walk away, right? No, for how many times you call this person? So how many times that you do what you could do to text this person to get them back? You have to understand, everything was just for the heat of the moment. It was just for the moment. So let things cool down, right? And the way you can let things cool down, what do? Silence. Distance yourself. That doesn't mean you're actually broken up. It just happened. We say things that don't really mean. We say things to some people that we love that we don't really mean. It happens. And when you distance yourself and you take some time, you relax, right? Take some time and relax. Go somewhere, right? Don't go to no bar and get drunk. All right, no. No, don't do that. But you can go somewhere go to an arcade. Go to an arcade and play some games, right? That's one example. That's just an example, right? Go bowling. Go somewhere where you can burn off that steam, or go to a family member's house that's been supportive for the both of you, and talk about it. And sometimes too, you may have to have some days where you guys distance yourself, right? And what happened? Your ex will come back. Okay? So you have to remember, things happen. All right, but I'm gonna keep on going. I'm pretty excited. I like this topic, And let's go into the next, number 7. Silence will make you feel better. Silence will make you feel better. All right. Silence. One of the reasons why I picked that, I like that one. Silence does make things feel better because you have time to think. One of my examples, when I'm silent, and what I do, I tend to wake up between the time of, let's say 5 and 6. I'll wake up around that time, 5 in the morning to 6 o'clock in the 6:30 in the morning. And I like silence and give me time to think. Now, it came time when I around that time, right? When I wake up around that time, like I've been doing that for years, right? Let's just make that clear. I've been doing that for years, waking up between 5 and 6:30 in the morning. And I remember it was a time I was going through a breakup, right? Or I was going through a situation with a particular friend, and it was too miscommunication. We couldn't really resolve, right? Vice versa, relationship. And what I tend to do, I distance myself, right? And it made me feel better because I had time to think. I wasn't going to the gym at the time, but what I would do, I go jogging. Okay, so you feel better because you get time to think about yourself. You think about what happened, and you have time to just know what you want and how it could happen. Know what you want and what you can do to change things, right? So that's just an example right there. And next, you will move on. That's a good one right there. You have to remember, when you're silent, right? You have to remember, right? And what I mean by move on, it could be a friendship that you had, right? That you were friends for years. It could be a breakup. This is a good example for a breakup too. When you're silent and you're to yourself, again, you'll have time to think. You have time to think what went on that wasn't in your behalf and that their behalf. And also, you'll realize that it's time to move on, especially with a breakup, right? So that's another example. Another one, right? Number 9, which relates to when you move on, right? Number 8, it'll help you heal, right? So for you to move on, what happened, right? Through a breakup, you need healing. You need to heal. Things just don't happen like that. You just move on. You need to heal. Okay? But, so far, before I go to the last one, from what I see, it relates to a breakup, right? A lot of it has to do with friendships too, old friendships, family member arguments, but a lot of it relates to breakups, okay? And relationship breakups. And that's it, and also, number 10, it leaves the door open. So, leave the door open. It could be many things, right? When you leave the door open, and you're silent, you leave the door open for people to come and talk to you and explain to you what they did was wrong, right? Or vice versa. Like, if you did something wrong in a relationship or through a breakup, you'll go, and when that person is silent or you're silent, you leave the door open for the person to come to you. Okay? So, again, these are the things, right? And of course, I'm going to break it down like I usually do. And you have to understand, being silent is the number one revenge. One of the I won't say number one revenge, but it's very powerful to be silent, because in life we were taught to stick up, talk, give them a piece of your mind. Like, you can have that friend that's been bothering you, right? And been so toxic with their energy. And then you just go off on them and thinking that, hey, I feel better. I'm happy. No, you don't. Because what happens is you just gave energy to something that what that other person wanted. When you move in silence, I'm telling you, people can't figure you out. And as I said before on one of them, you confuse them. And that's how you ought to be. People don't deserve to try to come in your life and hurt you. right? Again, it don't have to be a relationship. It could be a family member. It could be an argument you just had, right? It could be an argument that just happened, and let's put it like this: it could be a family member or relationship, but a lot of this relies on relationships. But you have to realize, right, that silence is very powerful. When you move in silence, I'm telling you, people people will try to still trying to come at you and trying to sweeten you up. Give yourself, right? Also, to another thing about silence too, you know what silence does too? Your value goes up when you're silent. They have no choice but to respect you because you distance yourself from those people that are trying to put you down. And they have no choice but to come to you. And if they don't, so what? Do they even deserve to be in your life? Think about it. Let's put it like this. You've been silent, right? You've been silent because these people did you wrong. You didn't like what they do to you. Vice versa, or you did somebody wrong. Let's say you did somebody wrong. Why do you deserve to come in that person's life, right? And think that things is going to be okay. No, go and make it up to that person, right? If you broke up with that person been very good to you, you should be on your knees telling that person, I apologize. And while you apologize, you tell them why they were good in your life, right? And this is for a person, right, that is mistreating someone, right? Now, if you're a person that's been doing good, right, continue to be silent, right? You'll be dignified. You'll walk away dignified. Okay? So you have to remember, again, silence is your best revenge. Alright? So comment below. Comment below. I kind of been, I was all over, I'm just so excited. And please comment below and tell us why your silence is the best revenge. Alright? Comment below, and share my videos. Alright? Again, this is your best friend, your new best friend, Gene. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.